Hey guys, it's been so long since we filmed a video. It actually feels really weird to do so again. But the reason being is just because we had a lot going on, and on top of that, there was just some stuff going on with me postpartum that was just making me very self-conscious, and it was just too much. So I didn't want that whole situation to be bless you, to be something that I remembered, because that's what I do my YouTube for, because I don't have, as you guys know, a lot of subscribers or anything like that. This is more so for me and for my kids to look back on stuff that I've video recorded, and if there is things I can answer for people, then I will do that. So anyway, here we are again. We are almost 6 months old. He will be 6 months on November the 24th. So I cannot believe he is halfway to a year. It is so incredibly fast the way that time is going, and just the things that he is able to do now. And it's just so crazy to think I could swear that I just had him, and he's such a big boy already. So yeah. And then, like I said, postpartum with me, I feel like things have been moving so slow. I feel like my recovery this time around versus my first pregnancy is very different. In regards to, not really recovery, I should say, but more so my postpartum, situations. And I'll get more into that in just a second. But yeah, he is going to be 6 months old on November the 24th. We do have a 6-month appointment coming up. He's been doing relatively well. We did have a huge scare, which I was going to vlog that day, but I decided to not, because it was just so much, and I was crying, and I was just so emotional. So about 2 weeks ago now, we started giving him little tiny tries of food, because he does have a little toothy, and so we started to try to give him little small tries of food, different things, and he had eaten so many different types of things. And just on this one specific day, we had given him a little tiny piece of an egg for breakfast, and he had ate one piece that was probably minuscule, less than the size of a blueberry, and he was fine. Then he tried another piece and he spit it out. So we were maybe he just doesn't want to try it right now, maybe he's tired, something like that. So he did what he did. He spit it out. Within 10-15 minutes, he was down for a nap. He had been sleeping for around 15 to 20 minutes when we heard him just start to scream like he was being killed. It was just the loudest, painful scream that we've heard from him. So we ran in there, and he is just red and swelling by the second, and it scared us. It scared us so much. His ears, everything was so red. It went all throughout his ears, in the back, his nose, his eyebrows were super swollen and red. It was just so scary. So right away, we threw on our shoes and we rushed him to the emergency room. Good thing is that where we live, we have a hospital and an emergency room. It's not the one he was born at, but we have a hospital and an emergency room within I want to say it's a 4-minute drive, maybe even less. So we were able to rush him in. We got him checked in. As soon as we got there, they took us back, and they started working on him. They started trying to. He still has his little. Can we sell them? That's his little scar right there from the IV. So they rushed us back there, and right away, the nurse could see what was going on. And when we first got there, it was actually just his face and his head that was swelling. And then once she got us back there, you could see that his chest was swelling, and he was starting to scratch at his chest so hard that he actually was breaking skin. So they told us, they're can you guys hold him while we try to get these meds pumped into him and whatnot. So that was the most terrifying situation I've ever been in, next to when Isaiah broke his foot, if you guys were back around that time. So probably within 10-15 minutes, they had pumped Benadryl, baby Benadryl, plus 2 epinephrine, which are the EpiPens, into his little thighs, and it finally stopped. The whole reaction finally stopped. I'm so sorry for this lighting. I just noticed that. I'm filming in the car. We're waiting for Isaiah to get out of school, so So sorry about that. I could tell that like it's making me look really weird. But anyway, so yeah, so that happened, and we ended up having to stay in the hospital for about 6 to 8 hours just to get him monitored to make sure that the swelling didn't come back, that as soon as the medication wore off, he wasn't going to get swelling again. But as of right now, they have it on his emergency paperwork that he is allergic to eggs. I don't even know what to think about that. I've never had a child with such a severe food allergy before. I have a severe food allergy, so it makes sense that he would have one. But I mean, it is a tough pill to swallow. If that is the case, they did tell us that we have to go through our general pediatrician and then be referred to an allergist and then kind of go from there. So that's what we're waiting to do. We did call the doctor right after that happened, and she did say, well, he has an appointment within the next few weeks, so let's just go ahead and get him seen then, so that we don't have to bring him in for any unnecessary, blood or anything like that. We could just get it all done in one day. So that's what we're planning on doing. From there, we should get a referral to the allergist. But from that, we do have to carry around Benadryl. And then he also is going to be getting an EpiPen at his 6-month appointment. So that's pretty terrifying to think that, we can give him something of the wrong that has too much egg in it and not even realize it. And then he, will break out in this horrendous, swelling, bright red rash. And that is just terrifying. So, yeah, that was one of the experiences that we have had with this big boy. But besides that, he has been relatively healthy. He is such an active baby. He does not like to stay still. I don't know if you guys can see. He's like standing on me right now. He does not like to stay still. He loves to play. He'll be in his jumper. He likes to be carried around. Like, he is just the most active little baby ever. He's still not sleeping through the night. He still probably gets up, I want to say, if not, did you just pull out your tooth? If not as much as a newborn, maybe a little bit less, but he's still getting up every 2.5 to 3 hours, and he doesn't necessarily want to nurse. He just wants to be there, and he wants to know I'm there, and I'll rock him, and I'll give him his pacifier, his binky, and he goes right back to sleep. So I'm thinking he's just doing it out of, he knows that I'm gonna go and pick him up type of thing. So I think that's why he's doing it, but don't tell him I said that. He is a big boy. He is almost 17 pounds. He is 24 inches long, so he is my big boy. He is in size 6 to 9 month and 9 month clothing, depending on what brand you put him in. So yeah, he is definitely my big boy. He is going to be probably in a size 12 months by Christmas. So that is very, very different than Isaiah. Isaiah was quite small until he was probably a year and a half. So like I said, quite different for me to deal with. He still doesn't have very much hair. It's starting to get a little bit longer, but he scratches the back of his head a lot, I guess, because he gets sweaty really, 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 really easily. He is a very hot baby. Here in Texas where we live, the weather's kind of been on and off. It's been getting cool, then hot, then cool, then hot. And on the days where even when it's cool and our outside it's 60 degrees outside, he still cannot sleep unless the air conditioner is running. So that is pretty self-explanatory of how hot he actually gets throughout the day and at night especially. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Hi. Oh, nope, he's gonna try to grab the camera. Anyway, so going back to me and my postpartum situation, so I had said that, I was kind of struggling and didn't really want to be recording myself and stuff like that. Sorry about that. Somebody called me. Anyway, I had said that I didn't want to be, recording myself and stuff because I was going through a lot. Excuse me. So, I had very, very, very bad postpartum hair loss. Now, I don't remember having this when I had Isaiah. I'm not even gonna lie, because I went back to my Facebook post from when I had just had Isaiah around the same time, because they were only born, a few days apart. And around the same time frame, and I had, my hair looked fine, and I had even styled it, and I think I even dyed it at some point. So you know, coming back around and seeing that this time around I was just losing so much hair. Like, I would take a shower and it would just all come out. And I'm not saying like, oh, you know, 4 or 5 strands. I was saying like my entire like hand would be just full of hair, and I would brush it and then more hair would fall out, and I would dry it and more hair would come out. And I was getting to the point where I could see that this whole thing right here, bald spots, just bald spots everywhere. And I was like so emotional about it because, you know, as a female, a lot of it does, you know, you do kind of depend on your hair and, you know, wearing makeup and stuff like that to like help you feel better about yourself. So for me, you know, seeing these huge bald patches was just so emotional, and I was just crying and crying and crying, and I was just like, I'm so ugly, like that's so ugly. And it took me a while to kind of like, you know, say, you know, this is what my body has to go through. I just had a baby, you know, it's normal for me to be, you know, dealing with, you know, different things. You know, some people, their teeth fall out, their nails fall off, like their hair falls out. There's different things for everybody. And it just took me a really long time to just realize, like, it's okay. Things will eventually get back to normal. Right now, I don't have to worry about putting on makeup. I don't have to worry about doing my hair because, you know what? This little boy thinks I'm amazing either way. And that's fine with me. So for right now, I'm giving my hair a much needed break, which is why you see it like in a bun, because I don't really style it. I'm not dyeing it because I really want to give my hair a break because it just falls out still so much, but it is starting to grow back a little bit. And I'm guessing that's just kind of over time, but I am giving my hair a break. I don't use hot tools. I haven't dyed it. I don't use bleach, nothing like that, to ensure that like I'm giving my hair the best chance possible. As well as like my skin, I had noticed that I was like starting to break out a little bit. So again, I'm giving my skin a break, not wearing as much makeup. When I do wear makeup, I wear very light makeup, or I try not to wear makeup if I don't have to. Just like that, I could give my skin a break because I am still a full-time nursing mama. So, you know, my hormones are still kind of all over the place and they haven't gotten back to normal. I don't think they'll get back to normal until I'm done like exclusively breastfeeding, which I don't plan to do until he's at least a year. So, but like I said, for right now, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a break. And like I said, I don't look as glamorous as I would love to, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know, I need to give my hair a break. I need to give my skin a break, and I need to give myself a break and stop like, you know, beating myself up and saying like I have to look a certain way just to go out and pick up my son from school or to go out to the store or anything like that. Like I'm trying to give myself a break and say, you know, it's okay to not look like you're going to the mall, because you're not. You're a mom, you're nursing, and you have baby spit up and you're changing diapers, and you know, if you want to wear heels while doing that, that's up to you. But to me, I just had to tell myself like it's okay if you don't do that. It's okay if you're wearing your sweatpants all day and because you're cleaning your house. Like that's just my norm right now. It's not always gonna be like that, but right now I'm going to enjoy this time where I don't have to do my hair, don't have to do my makeup. I can be in sweats, and you know what? I enjoy the baby cuddles while I have them because he's not always gonna be this little. He's not always gonna need to rely on me, and right now I am enjoying it to the fullest. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much what's been going on with us. Oh, I did start my own business. Get this, guys, crazy, right? So, I decided to put my 2 feet in the water, and I have been starting my own business as far as doing things with cricket designs and stuff like that. So I am going to start working on doing shirts, and I think this for Christmas I'm going to be doing some ornaments and stuff like that. So I will link my business Facebook down below so you guys can go ahead and follow that. And I think I'm also going to start doing some videos in regards to that, and kind of just like our lives in general, not just like parenting videos. I'm scooting back a little bit. Not just like parenting videos, you know, stuff like that, but just following along with our lives, following along with now how Isaiah has ADHD, following along with him on his journey, following along with me, following along with, you know, my cleaning, my cooking, and my business videos. So kind of just an all-around view of our lives here. So if you guys want to follow that, make sure you guys subscribe. Yeah, he's saying subscribe, guys. And also to see us start planning little man's first birthday, as well as my son's 9th birthday, which is insane. Can you guys believe that Isaiah's going to be 9 years old? I started this channel when I was pregnant with him. That is crazy. Anyway, guys, that's all we have to update on for now. Like I said, keep watch because we're going to try to start getting back on here a little bit more. And like I said, kind of just make this an all around our lives, budgeting, cooking, anything like that type of video. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. And we will see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.